Hello, my friends. Welcome to part 2 of Nixie. We are going to work on her skin again today and get the rest of her body finished. But before I do that, I was, as I always do, kind of checking out this page as I finished the video, and I decided that there was not enough warm orangey tones in her skin. Excuse me. So I am going to, before we get started, I'm going to take this burnt ochre and I'm just going to glaze some of this color over the top. I think I'm going to be happier with the skin tone. I kind of already did a little bit up here, which kind of is what made me go, yeah, she was just looking too pink still. So I will do this. I thought about doing this off camera and then just telling you that that's what I had done. But then I decided, no, maybe I better just do it here on camera. I don't know why I'm having a hard time with this, with the shape of this ear. I did something weird to it. I don't know what. That does happen occasionally. Okay, so, and there's also something, there's just something about her nose that I don't like. I wanted it to have that, there we go, that's a little better. I wanted it to have that like kind of cute turned up pixie nose. And I just did not get that. It's a little bit better. It's not perfect, but all right, we'll leave it like that for a bit. So I'm just kind of glazing this color over the top. Maybe we need to do some on the ear as well. Something else we could use instead of this if we wanted would be like a mineral orange. That's a nice color to use as well. But I think just that was enough to make me happier. And then sometimes instead of using that Caran d'Ache blender, these paper stumps are a really nice way to blend, especially pencils that have already been blended once before, and just kind of blend that little bit of color that we just added without adding any more wax or you know, binder, whatever they use in those blender pencils. All right, we'll go with that for now. I think that's a little bit better. All right, so back to looking for my chestnut. It's in here somewhere. There it is right there. Okay, and my white. I'm going to use both of these kind of simultaneously. So let's try that. So I'm going to start with my white. And I'm not going to lay down a heavy layer of this. It's just mostly for me to not screw up and put too much color where I don't want it. So do a little bit there. And a little bit right here on the front. That's probably good enough. I'm debating on let's just, I'm going to outline. I'm going to do this because this is actually shirt. I'm just going to just outline this so that I'm going to do her shirt in white. So this way I can see those lines better and know that I'm not going to put color where it doesn't belong. Okay. I think I'm going to work on the hand later. Right now, I think I'm just going to kind of concentrate on this here. So let's go ahead and do Chestnut. That's PC 1081. It's really easy to read those numbers when the pencils are new. I have a really hard time seeing them when they start getting short. Those numbers get rubbed off. All right, so we're just gonna, as I work my way into the white that I put down, I'm really pulling back on my pressure so that I'm really trying to make a really smooth transition from where it's in shadow to then where it's picking up some light. Boy, has it been cold here for the last couple of days. I know you guys all probably think that, you know, us Arizona people are total wusses. And in truth, we really are. But I woke up and it was like 32 degrees for the last 2 mornings, with the highs only being like 45 or 50. And that's cold for us. I'm not complaining because it can stay winter as long as it wants to. I am not in any hurry to have it warm up. My husband, on the other hand, he hates the cold. He was born and raised in Pennsylvania. And so cold temps, he hates them. And I'm like, I am so not ready for, I don't even want it to be spring yet, because our spring, you know, still gets up into the 80s. And it's just, I'm not ready. It's only January. We've had some, or actually, I guess February now. I can remember we've had some Februaries where we've had, actually we've had some Easters where we had snow, which was really bizarre. And then I can remember one year in February, because that's my birthday month. it was like, 85 degrees in February. I was like, no. I know. Not when you have 6 months. I tell people we have 6 months of heaven and 6 months of hell. So winter is definitely the best time of year to be here. All right, so I'm pulling down this shadow. It kind of curves a little bit with her neck. Let's come over here. Oops, there I go, going crazy, not paying attention to what I'm doing. Just gonna... Alrighty, and now we're just going to keep layering and layering. About a lot of areas here that are kind of darker than the rest, so. This is... All right, I guess I'm going to come over here. My image is a little bit cut off on the edges, just a bit, because I print edge to edge on my paper. It shouldn't do that. It should print, in my opinion, it should print the image edge to edge, but my printer always cuts off. Okay, I am gonna wait to do her hand and shoulder here because I really want to concentrate on what I'm doing on those hands, and I think if I do them separately, I will have better luck. think I want a little bit more. Here, and a little bit more in here. Okay, let's move on to Peach, which is PC 939. Try and do it the same way I did the face, in the same order and the same amounts. Even though I tend to use the same Prismacolors to do almost all of my portraits, the skin tones always come out a little bit different depending on the order and the amounts of each color that I use. For some reason there feels like there's this area here that's not taking. I wonder if I got white on that somehow. I'm going to try and add, no, not that. I'm going to try and add a little bit of chestnut just under here. Okay, back to just the peach. Alrighty. I want to try and leave, you know, like this area right here on the top of her shoulder with with no color, because we're going to keep that a little bit lighter. It's amazing how she already looks better having a neck. It was looking so odd to me for her to just to have the head, and the neck was tan, and it affected how her face looked. And now it looks so much better now that we've got some color on the neck. Okay. I was trying to put my sharpener in my lap under the table to sharpen because it's so loud. Especially I think when you're, you know, watching along and my voice is kind of quiet, you know, and not real loud, and then all of a sudden there's this loud, obnoxious pencil sharpener. I think I'm going to go ahead and still, part of me thinks I should have, I think, never mind, I'm going to put peach on here. Okay. then. I know I used white. I want some more shading in here, but I kind of feel like I'm feeling the urge to put my eggshell down, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and do the eggshell. Okay. I think it's time for a little bit of black grape. Again, really I'm just barely letting this touch the paper because it's such a dark color. It's really easy to make dark marks. I'm barely even gripping the pencil. That really helps to keep your touch light. And then again, holding it far back as you can, that makes a big difference too. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of this in here. Just a tiny little bit. Okay, let's use some grade Lavender, which it looks like is PC 1026. The colors all really help to, what am I trying to say? Like right now, that looks very, very purple, very, bluey purple. But when I come in and I add the burnt ochre, which is a more orange color, it really tones down that purple and gives it just a really nice shadowy color. While still having a little bit of a purpley look. Okay, we're still not nearly dark enough. So I'm going to do the chestnut again. I'm going to add some more of that in here on top of her shoulder. I think I'm going to break out some more peach because I think we still need some more just pigment. So I am going to sharpen this a little bit. Now I am increasing my pressure a little bit because I have enough pigment right in here for that to, for it to start blending those colors together. Just medium pressure, not heavy pressure. Anywhere where you know you have a lot of pigment, you can apply more pressure. If you feel like you need more pigment down, then lighten up your pressure and just get more of that pigment down on the paper. Sometimes you can hear it, the scratchiness of the pencil on raw paper sounds different than the sound of pencil on paper that has a good amount of wax and oils and stuff on it. And I've heard a lot of people mention that they don't like using blender pencils, or they say, oh, they don't work for me. And generally, I would say that it's probably because you're trying to use it with not enough pigment down on your paper. There has to be enough stuff on the paper for that blender pencil to move around and I'm going to go ahead and add some white to her shoulder. I don't know if you can see this very well or not, but I started off with my pressure being too strong, and that's why I got pencil marks there on the paper. My goal is to keep my strokes very light and just build up the color so that it's just blending kind of naturally on its own. Because now I'm going to have to fight might not be the right word, but now I'm going to have to work harder to blend that heavy bit of pencil out so that it doesn't look bad. That usually happens when I switch from doing one thing to another. I was using a firmer pressure just before I picked up this white pencil, and it was kind of automatic to keep that same pressure. That was not a good idea. So I'm going to take my light peach and try and blend that out a little bit. Which thankfully it worked. Okay, I want to add some more white in here. And maybe a little bit right here. Okay, I'm kind of thinking I still want a little bit of shadow here. So let's go ahead and use, since we used it on the face, if I could find it. Let's go ahead and use Dark Flesh 40%. 745 is the number. You might have one that's called Warm Earth. Although I just bought some new ones of these open stock and they still say Dark Flesh. So I'm not sure how many are out there with that name, but that's better. Let's use some in here. Okay, this is turning out pretty all right. Let's do a little bit of the Dark Flesh 748 over on this side of her neck. We did that on this side of her face. Okay. Let's do some more white, just to kind of as a blender. Something about the way that looks I'm not happy with. So I'm going to take my light peach. Sometimes when I do white straight onto this paper instead of on top of another color, it looks blotchy for some reason. But there, I added that light peach on top of it, and that took that blotchiness right away. So that's good. Debating on just bringing a little bit of this peach in here. Okay, so this is good. Actually, you know what? Let's do that on this. I'm going to add a little bit more of this light peach right here. You know, I was going to add some more white, but honestly, I don't know that I really need to. I think it looks all right. Let's pull out some burnt ochre. Glaze this kind of over the top, and then we'll blend with the blending pencil and see what we get. So again, I'm using very light pressure. It's amazing what just some colors, sometimes when you add them, it's like, oh, that makes such a difference. If I knew more about like the science of color theory and all that, I might be able to tell you why that is, but I don't. I just know when I like something and when I don't. All right, I'm looking for my blender. Okay, I think we can do the hand. Well, I hope we can do the hand. Let's hope. Okay, so I think I'm going to I don't know why I feel I want to do the fingernails first, but I'm going to put a little bit of white. And then I'm going to use this pink PC 928. chestnut, white, peach, light peach. Okay, so I'm going to start. We'll put a little, you know what? The last time I put white down first, it looked blotchy. So, nope, I'm going to do it anyway. Just to remember, just a little bit of white right there. And then our whites go on the knuckles. I'm going to zoom in when I do this hand. Pull this up a little bit. And I hope that I was in focus for all of this because I didn't set the auto lock. Okay, this is kind of the ball of her finger. And this is the knuckle. And then we're going to have some white kind of on the tops of her fingers. And on the tops of the other knuckles. We can always add more white if we need to, but this just is kind of helping me kind of block it out. If you're coloring yours not edge to edge, you're going to have a little bit more hand here, so you're going to probably want to put some white, you know, a little bit more on the, you know, that part of the hand. I'm going to go ahead and start with the chestnut. Let's see, I'm going to put it in here. This is a shadow. We don't want that shadow to be gray. We'd rather it be a little bit warmer, skin toned color. All right, and then let's draw in some knuckle shadows. You really want to see my ugly hands that close up. See, it's kind of more on the top there. All right, and then I'm gonna do the part of the hand, the back of the hand is kind of in shadow here. So we'll get chestnut here. Let's get some in here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add it on the shoulder here. And then this is going to be in a little shadow. And this. right, let's switch to Peach PC 939. I'm going to put some of this peach over these shadows, and then I think we're going to switch to the light peach. Maybe a little bit to tone this down a little. All right, light peach. Let's do some here too. Okay, let's do some, I don't know if I want to do as dark as Black Grape, or maybe we do just the grade Lavender. Something here I'm not crazy about. So I am gonna use the Black Grape kind of like in place of black. I'm just gonna that might need to be Chestnut. Let's take the Chestnut. Okay. Luminance to the rescue. Let's take our 745, which is the dark flesh 40%. Pretty good. All right, I'm just going to put a few light white marks on the knuckles there. I feel okay with that. If you want to, maybe just a couple of small areas that are picking up a little bit more light. All right. I say, since I'm down here, I think the skin looks good. I think I'm good with that. Since I'm down here, let's go ahead and fill in the her top. I just want this to be white, so I'm going to fill it in with white. If you are on white paper, you can either leave it white. Another color that might look really pretty with the color combo that's happening is Grade Lavender. You could make her top in Grade Lavender, and I think that would also be very pretty. Any light lavender, I think, would be pretty. All right, since I have my Prismacolor 50, no, this is not 50, this is 20. What do I want? Let's try 30. This is 30% Cool Gray or PC 1061. It's really not doing a whole lot. Could go darker than that, but do I want to? Not really. I don't think I want to. I think this is good. I just want to do something that's, give it a little bit of something besides just solid white. That's okay. I think I'm going to want to add more, another layer, just to make sure it's nice and bright. Okay, I zoom back to regular, and I think we probably have a little bit of time to keep going. So I'm going to check the time and make a little decision on what to do next, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I think since we're going to be doing the hair on the next video, we should probably do the horns next, because we've got hair that kind of comes in on top of them, and so if we get them done first. Then when we do the hair, we can go right over the top of the hair. So I'm going to start, actually I'm going to start just by getting in some of these hairs. Okay, then I'm going to put in some white. Do I want white? I'm second guessing myself now. Because of course I was a big dummy and didn't write down what colors I used the first time. Of course. So before I start adding a whole bunch of white, let me make this decision. The Beige Sienna does a pretty nice job of toning that white down. So then yes, I am going to go ahead and do white. Kind of just in the center of these ridges. And some here. And then some here. Sorry, I know you're in shadow. Let's do one horn at a time. Okay, then Beige Sienna. Kind of like when I do hair, just feathering it in from the top and the bottom. Okay, so I think let's try dark brown. I want to try and do this without covering up too much of those hairs. I hope that's not too red. I don't think I used Sandbar Brown, but just let me see what color that does for me. Well, I kind of like it. I didn't want the horns to be too red. Let's, instead of dark brown, let's use Sandbar Brown. That's PC 1094. And I'm going to zoom in so that we're a little bit closer. Sorry, I know I hate it when Can't help it. Okay, so let's use Sandbar Brown. We can always add some other browns to it, but this way, because I kind of would like to have a nice mix of colors in here. Pretty sure I used a different brown. I'm pretty sure but I don't know which brown because I was a big dummy. I didn't write it down. Sometimes I can tell just by looking, but sometimes I cannot. So let me see what Espresso does. I know that it's a reddish brown, but I kind of like the mix of this Sandbar Brown, which is kind of a, I don't know what you would call it. It's not a red brown for sure. All right, well, the color is going to be different, but I like it. So, no complaints. All right. It's driving me crazy not knowing which brown I used. I want to say it was dark brown. All right, I'm going to throw some dark brown in here. Trust me when I say you can throw whatever color browns in here that you want, and it's probably going to look good. It's not going to matter. I am going to take some black, though, on this edge. All right, let's do some Espresso here. Or maybe dark brown. Or maybe it was dark umber. Or maybe it was sepia. Jeez Louise, you guys, seriously, this is just stupid. It doesn't matter. Pick a color, any color. This is dark brown. Gonna run out of time. Well, maybe not. Maybe we'll wind up doing one horn. All right, I want to get some more darker color up in here. The problem is that the original one that I did, the brown was kind of a purpley brown, which is, maybe I used chocolate. No, chocolate is not. Sepia? You would think that I would figure this out before I started coloring. This is Sepia. Let's just look and see what Sepia does. Okay. It's driving me crazy. I keep looking at my original and going, what the hell color? I mean, sorry, oops, beep. What the bleep color did I use? Let's use some more Beige Sienna. Beige Sienna. I don't know what that is. 108, probably something else. Let's see. 1080. 1080 is Beige Sienna. It's better. All right, well, that's not too bad. Let's do a little bit of Sandbar Brown, PC 1094. Let's do some more dark brown. 946. Let's add a little bit of black in here. I think this was a little bit of white. And then I'm going to put a little bit more white. I think that's not bad. Let's take the sepia. That's okay. Let's take our black. A little bit more. Right there. Oh, and you know what? I think I'm going to take the black. If I could just figure out what color that was. Oh my goodness. Well, there aren't any browns left. I have them all in my hand, and none of them are right. See how it's like, it's totally different than this color. I just don't know what I used. I just don't know. It's, oh, my goodness. It's killing me. Okay. Here are, I gotta zoom out. Here are, no, that was too much. Because I want you to see the colors for what they really are. Okay, so here are the browns on the tan paper. That's, maybe it's dark umber. All right, we're gonna try dark umber. I thought I tried that, but maybe that's the one that I haven't tried yet. Wouldn't that just be the thing? Okay, dark umber. If this works, if this is the color, I'm gonna laugh. This is the color. Pretty sure this is the color. Let's do Beige Sienna. This is the color. All right. I'm going to glaze some of this on here, and then I'm going to use my colorless blender. This is the color. Of course, it would be the one that I didn't have in my hand. I wonder if I could use this instead. That works. Okay, that gave me much closer to the tone that I wanted. It's not exact because of the colors that I put down first, of course, but I think it's going to be fine. So let's do this one. This one, we have white down the center. Let's see, we've got, I want to draw this in. Eesh. Okay. This is what happens when you print the lightest version on tan paper. You can't see. All right, what did I use? Beige Sienna on the other one. So let's try and keep it similar. I'll start with Beige Sienna. This one I'm going to leave the whitest bit of white on the outer edge here. So, oh my goodness, how much have I been not in frame for that? I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay, I got distracted. All right, let's see what happens if we go straight for the dark umber. I think it'll be okay if the two horns are slightly different in color because one is getting hit by different light. Actually, it goes all the way out to the edge. I'm going to take Beige Sienna and use that like I would have used the white. I'm going to zoom in, sorry. Wait. There we go. Okay. There. And then back to the dark umber, PC 947. Okay. shadowy areas here. I'm laughing because this, again, doesn't look like the same color. I'm laughing on the outside and I'm crying on the inside. Let's use, I don't know why, but light umber. Why? I have no idea. Just because it was a random color that I picked. All right, let's take some Sandbar Brown. The white is not going to show up quite as well until we put the background on. All right, I'm going to blend. Let's put a little bit of espresso on here because I had it on this side and I think that it needs a little bit more of a match color-wise. I think I'm going to put some more Beige Sienna. Oh, that's nice. Right now this white looks really, really white to me. I'm not sure if it's going to still look that way once I get the background on. I think the background is going to help. I know I'm adding more white. Why am I doing that? I don't know, because I think it was the right thing to do. Okay. I think we're pretty close to being done on these. I'm just going to blend this a little bit because it's looking a little rough. All right, I think that looks okay. So let me zoom out back to, why is it not? My camera just does the weirdest thing. Sometimes it pops when I am, you know, going out bigger or smaller than normal, and sometimes it doesn't. Who knows? It's goofy. Okay, so that is what we have done today. And when we come back for the next one, we'll do her hair and probably the greenery in her hair too. Maybe we'll do the braids first, and then I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I like the way she's turning out. She's turning out just the way she's supposed to. So I hope you are enjoying the series, and I hope you learned something. And if you didn't, then I hope you just had a good time. So until I see you guys on the next video, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Happy coloring. Bye-bye.